Hey guys, Matt here for another Let's Play episode. Today is Thomas Alone. This is my first gameplay of this game. Apparently it's got one of the best stories out there, so I've got good expectations of it. So we'll jump straight into it.
Thomas was alone. Wow, a weird first thought to have. Thomas decided to start listing his observations for posterity. 1. The whole alone thing. 2. Portals. They led somewhere. He'd yet to work out where. 3. Falling. Thomas was absolutely fantastic at falling. He was almost as good at falling as he was at observing.
Yeah, so the narration in this game is really well done. Simple controls, WASD and spacebar to jump. So yeah, very simple game, very puzzle game and all that, but it's very well done. What I might do is I might just turn down the volume a bit because it's a bit high up. Okay, so that seems a bit better. So yeah, we'll go into the next level.
Okay, interesting. Thomas couldn't fall past this block. Think, damn it, think. What if there was some kind of inverted fall? Some way to... what's the word? Jump. It worked! Thomas had solved the great inverted fall mystery.
So it seems like Thomas is if you read the first part, he was an AI and all that, so you practically listening to his thoughts and all that, so I reckon that's pretty good.
A big jump. But Thomas noted there was no real danger in missing it. The world didn't want him to fail here. It was pushing him, but gently. This all seemed a little dangerous. The world was not to be trusted. It was unstable, and it seemed to Thomas that it could let him down at any moment.
What's this thing over here? Square.
He was starting to suspect it might even be doing so.
Okay.
This all seemed a little dangerous. The world was not to be trusted. It was unstable, and it seemed to Thomas that it could let him down at any moment. He was starting to suspect it might even be doing so on purpose. Paranoia.
That's nice.
Thomas wondered whether the portals were actually taking him anywhere. He felt like he was making progress, but there wasn't really any way to know. He seemed to be moving predominantly up and to the right, which might, or might not, be important.
Because I'm not going to say much because I just want to make sure you guys listen to the narration in it.
It might have been paranoia again, but Thomas could have sworn the world was becoming more complicated. It always seemed to be one step ahead of his skills. It had been designed just for him. He wondered why. Was the world testing him? No, too obvious.
Oops. There's a slight delay in the jump, so be careful with that.
Something about the boiling, toxic, glowing water intimidated Thomas. He didn't like it. He certainly didn't want to swim in it.
Guys, that's probably why we
He
died.
made another mental note. 4. Water. Not good. To be avoided. The loneliness was getting to Thomas. No amount of observation or obsessive note-taking could combat that.
So, like, even though he's just a rectangle block, you still start to have an emotional connection with him almost straight away, just because of the narration and all that. So, it's like, as people say, it's a good story and all that, because you become emotionally connected to the characters, like The Walking Dead, Telltale stories. So, that's very well done. Like, it just comes to show that you don't need complicated graphics and combat and stuff like that to make a really good game.
Thomas had a new theory. The world was training him. He could feel himself getting smarter. There was the mental list to consider. Over the minutes and seconds since his spontaneous generation, he'd become a pretty skilled jumper. He was evolving. He just wished he had someone to share it with.
Oh. So can you see that he's starting to become more alone as we progress? So that's pretty sad for a block. Just got another achievement. I submitted hundreds of bug reports. I told that idiot this would happen again. Overlapping scripts, more than one AI was bound to be spawned into an environment at some point. Turns out I missed the point. That little error changed everything.
Chris took an immediate and deep dislike to the skinny red rectangle. Who the hell did this Thomas think he was?
Okay, so that's pretty cool. So the smaller block was a lot more heavier than the rectangle, than Thomas.
Chris had been doing fine.
Chris,
He
his
wasn't the
name.
highest jumper, but he'd held his own. He'd even been graceful at times. Well, not technically graceful. It's probably the wrong word, but you know, fine. There was that skinny little runt leaping about like he owned the place.
It's good that they made names for the characters instead of just having them as skinny block and big block. So that adds to the emotional level of the game, because you know who they are, you know their story, and become more attached to them. Whoops.
Okay, this was more like it. A glowy white thing. Only Chris could get to it, which of course made it all the more enticing. What would it do? What new opportunity might this switch open up to him?
Oh, that's good. So I'll say the way to bring him down there. Do this. Switch. Jump over that like that. Switch over like that.
Great. Another chance for Thomas to jump slightly higher than Chris. How fortunate. Seriously, this made the whole switch pressing thing entirely worthwhile.
over. Whoops. Okay, so be very careful what you do. Whoops. There we go.
Was this good? Because on the surface, it did not seem good. Chris was pretty scared. Little Red seemed fine, happy to be on his merry little adventure. Chris couldn't shake the feeling that things had taken a significant turn for the worse since Thomas had joined him. Sure, he'd been able to piggyback his way to ever so slightly higher platforms, but where had that got him? Well, to ever so slightly higher platforms, which was sort of his point.
Oops. Awesome. So we'll make these. Hey, there we go. I'll jump you down too. Too good. We'll go this way. There we go. So you start to feel the annoyance of Chris towards Thomas and all that. And I'm sure over time they'll develop a better friendship.
Chris stared at Thomas with pure hatred. He seemed so very happy at their situation. Friends together, a brave fellowship of quadrilaterals on a quest for greatness. That would be fine. But it was all the obvious observation that Thomas was doing which grated. Every time they saw something vaguely new, Chris would hear a satisfied little from the vaulting idiot.
Aww.
He hoped the next portal would split them up, if only for a few levels.
Okay, so he jumps over here, jumps across, jumps across, jumps across. Okay, so there's Chris. Oops. Don't want to see Thomas die. Well, then again he does. Far out. Jump, Thomas, jump. Oh, almost. There we go. Level complete. We'll go to 2.0 and then I'll stop it there.
John knew. He knew that this was his chance. A moment to shine. This was game day.
Share. Okay. Oh, there we go. There we go. Up to 1.7 now.
This would not do. John needed room to show off his exceptional skills. As it was, he was trapped on the wrong side of these little dot things. Where did they come from, anyway?
So as you can see, Thomas is making more friends as he goes along, like Chris, and I can't remember this guy's name.
John inhaled the air of the open space, and it smelled of awesome.
Okay,
Time to flex those muscles, to put his training to use, time to show those little dots how it was done.
So he's jump hard.
John decided to press the switch, to let the little dots catch up with him. John cared for his new allies.
John seems like a nice guy.
You could tell from the sympathetic expression he practiced in the mirror all these years.
Okay, so we'll get Chris over there. Oh, whoops. Okay, I think I might have stuffed up a bit. So we need Thomas back here. Okay, we're gonna have to get John over to help Thomas. I think I might need to reset the level, restart the level. I think I stuffed up too much there.
John inhaled the air of the open space, and it smelled of awesome. Time to flex those muscles, to put his training to use, time to show those little dots how it was done. John decided to press the switch to let the little dots catch up with him. John cared for his new allies. You could tell from the sympathetic expression he practiced in the mirror all these years.
I need Thomas back here. Help out Chris. No, wait, Thomas. There we go. So John could lead the way. Jumps down. I think little Chris can make his way in. I like Chris. Now it's up to wait for Thomas. Okay, I think we need to get John to help out Thomas. Make his way over. Now John can come and join the crew. I think Chris is going top of John, and Thomas can jump on top of Chris and get his way up there. Unless go like this. There we
John
go.
was happy to keep helping. He felt it was important to his image that he was seen to help the little guys.
Oh. So John seems like he's almost the oldest, like the older sibling of the family, trying to keep everyone together. Oh, gotta get up there. We'll go check out what's down here.
He didn't mind them so much either. The red one, Thomas, had a charming way of applauding every time John jumped.
Oh.
The angry orange one was less immediately likeable, but his unremitting cynicism and tutting confused, John.
So we'll learn more about each character as we go along. Okay, so... Try to work this one out. So if we get this off there, I think we can how are we going to get this up there? That'd be mean. There we go. Working together. Everyone should do it. Dang it. Oh my god, keep pressing the wrong buttons. Okay, so this will be the last level, and then we'll end up there. Ah, dang it. It's all about teamwork and helping each other out. So these guys are almost like a family. They have their issues, but they're always there to help each other out in the end. So I think Chris can go up first, make his way over. There we go. Okay, we just have to do these two now. Oh, I just missed. John's turn. Don't just leave him there behind. Don't leave him behind, Thomas. You have to be nice to your younger brother. Good boy, Thomas. Chris can make it. He's the first one to make it. And then Thomas. And then John. Okay, so guys, I'm going to end it here. So far it's a really good game. I love the narration, as I said before. The characters are really well, like you learn about their personalities, who they don't like and who they like. You could tell that John is the more upbeat guy, and he seems like the older sibling of the three amigos, and like he's the one that everyone looks up, like Thomas looks up to and all that every time. Like as the narrator said, every time that John does a good jump, Thomas applauds him. And you could say that Chris, like, because he's a lot smaller and all that, he has a more of a angry side to him and all that, because he can't do what the others guys, and he gets annoyed at Thomas and all that. But and Thomas, you can see that he's not so alone anymore because he's got more friends and all that. So that's really well. As soon as I end this, I'm going to start playing more of it. I'm really interested in seeing what like towards the like as I progress through the game, I want to see what they learn and see if there's any more people come up. Well, I'll call them people because I got names, but you know, whatever. So yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Go check it out on Steam. It's on sale now. It's in the last, I think, 2 days of it. So go check it out now. It's only like $2, I think. So that is a game that you must try and get. So this has been a Let's Play episode. Thomas was alone. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really did. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you later.